not enough to make a marriage work. Okay? I mean, I love the song, all you need is love, but love is not enough. Okay? You can love somebody and not be able to stay in that marriage. Okay? Love is not enough. So here are some red flags when a marriage is either dying or dead. Number one, there's no trust. One or both of you doesn't trust the other one. Just flat out, don't trust you. Don't trust her. Can't trust her. Okay? Why? She's lied, she's cheated, whatever it is. Or maybe you've been the culprit. But when there's absolutely no trust, it is the very foundational bedrock of a relationship. Number two is no communication. If you're not able and willing to communicate, and I'm not just talking about what do you want for dinner, what time are you going to be home. I'm not talking about factual communication. I'm talking about actually engage in a relationship with affection and talk and have communication about what you want, what's not working, what needs to be done, where differences, things that need to be resolved, problems that need to be resolved, conflicts that need to be reconciled, to be able to have even collision when things aren't going right between you. If you have no communication and your house is most of the time in silence, other than the things that the bare minimum necessary communications, your marriage is on the rocks, if not dead already. Third red flag, no sex. How long has it been since you had sex? How long has it been since you had passionate sex? How long has it been since you had regular sex? Great healthy sex life in a relationship and where there's true intimacy, true connection, true affection. It is an indication of the health of a marriage. And when it goes away, it's an indication that the health and well-being of the marriage is going away. Next, very much connected with it, but not completely the same, but connected is no affection. If there's no affection between you and there's just like, you don't like each other, she doesn't like you, she doesn't want to be touched, she doesn't want, not even sexually, just like she doesn't want to hold hands, sit next to you, be close to you. There's no affection. That ain't a marriage. And then the fifth red flag is no respect. That's just a red flag whenever there is a lack of respect in the couple. And typically it's the wife no longer respects the man. If your wife just clearly disdains you, she does not respect you, she does not appreciate you, she does not admire you, my friend, your marriage is dead or dying. Can you change it? Maybe. But you got to know that this is a problem. Okay? Now, there's a million things that can cause all this to happen, but however it happened, you are here, and when there's no respect, and she treats you she talks to you like you're a kid, and she talks to you, she's snappy and short and harsh and rude and just kind of always nagging. She doesn't respect you, okay? Now, it's not my fault. Well, it probably is your fault, number one. And number two, it doesn't matter whose fault it is. This is a sign of a dead marriage, okay? Another sign of a dead or dying marriage, a big red flag, is when you are suppressing all your emotions and you're trying to just like go along to get along and keep the peace and be the nice guy, but it ain't well and you're not happy and it's not the way you want it. My friend, marriage is dead or it is dying. Now, here's what I want to tell you. People say, we talk about this idea of irreconcilable differences, which in a lot of states has been like a grounds for divorce. Now, most states now are no-fault divorces. You don't have to give a reason. There doesn't have to be a justification for it. It's like, we're getting a divorce. Okay, here, what are the terms? Let's figure that out. But used to, there would be like, you had to have grounds for divorce. And typically it was like infidelity, committing adultery, that kind of stuff. And now it's like, well, we just have irreconcilable differences. And for years, that was taught, and for me as a preacher years ago, that was kind of like considered a cop-out. Every difference is reconcilable between a couple. You can work it out. Well, the reality is, there is such a thing as irreconcilable differences. Some things are just irreconcilable because you're not willing to move on it, or she's not willing to move on it. So guess what? If one of you or both of you are not willing to move on it and come together and reconcile on it, compromise on it, figure it out, work it out, it's irreconcilable. It's not going to work. If you enjoyed this video and want to watch another one, you can click right here. If you want to see the entire podcast, click right here.